What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back here for you another episode, and in today's video we're going to be doing a little review over the Favorite Rods Flair rod. Now this is kind of a year-in review. I got this exactly 1 year ago for Christmas, last Christmas, and so I've had a good chance to kind of use it for different kind of baits, and really get to know this rod pretty good. And so, like I said, this is the Favorite Rods Flair rod. This is a frogging flipping stick, you know, and this is the 7.3 extra heavy. This is the original version. I believe they came out with a couple more like kind of redesigned models that were also in different stiffnesses, like different powers and everything, but this is the original rod, and yeah, the rod. So this is what we're going to be going over today. If you guys haven't already, go check out imitatorbaits.com. We've got tons of awesome new products. Also, go sign up for our newsletter and you'll get a 20% off coupon for your first purchase. Also, go check out Fly South Apparel, this company right here. I've been rocking their stuff for quite some time, and super comfortable apparel, super comfortable hats, shirts, and everything. And yeah, go check them out. The link is down in the description. But other than that, let's get on to today's video. Alrighty guys, so getting on to the review after a little crisis with my dog. I don't know what the heck was going on. People were walking by or whatever. But one thing that is nice about Favorite Rods is that every rod purchase that you make from them, you get a rod sock, which is really great. I've got a video going over only these and the importance of having these, but it makes it super easy to transport your rods and everything, and just having that sense of mind that your rod is going to be protected and it's going to be okay during travel and road trips and everything, which is when I use them the most. Just knowing that the guides aren't going to be messed up and it's not going to be pushed around with all your luggage and everything. So other than that, getting back to the rod, probably the first thing that I really like about it is the reel seat, and we'll probably start from kind of back here and this end, and we'll go towards the tip and everything, and the eyelets. But the reel seat is very sturdy. It's actually pretty tight to turn it and everything. It's not like super loose like sometimes the other rod companies. Their reel seats are kind of loose until you like tighten it down, and then it locks into your reel. But this one, it's very nice and sturdy. It takes some getting used to turn it and everything. It's not like super hard, but it's definitely a lot stiffer than all the other rods. I don't know if that's just because I always leave this reel on there and I'm not turning it all the time, but it does make it very easy to know that your rod or your reel is secure in its position, and it also locks down on your reel very good, and your reel is not moving a bit, because you don't want to hook into a big fish or anything and your reel slips off the rod and then you'll lose the fish, because that would be a bad day. So other than that, I use this rod a lot for swim baits. It's called the Flair's Frog and Flipping Stick, but I don't use it for flipping just because the type of grass that I have in my area is not the type of grass that I would normally flip with this big heavy rod. You would use this rod a lot down in Florida and around that kind of area where you've got big grass patches with lily pads and all that kind of stuff. My grass is like freaking strings of grass, you know. So I can do a good job with a medium heavy, and it works perfectly fine. The other thing, frogging, I'll throw some big frogs on here because this rod is a lot stiffer and it casts them a lot better. But with my normal frog, I throw some like medium to maybe like a little smaller frogs. I use them a lot with a medium heavy, just because I can cast a lot farther. This rod is kind of stiff, and so that's why I throw bigger swim baits on it, because it loads up and casts them out a lot better. When you're throwing this thing with like a small frog or whatever, it doesn't cast very far. It's like casting a frog with a broomstick. You know, you don't get any load up on there. Anything. It's just not good. So if you're using big frogs, You can throw it on here, or if you're using big frogs and grass, you can use it on here, or flipping and lily pads and that kind of thing. Other than that, for me, I use it a lot for big swim baits. You guys will see some swim bait videos here this spring and summer. But yeah, I use it for, like I said, swim baits. But the action is great. You guys can tell, like, just look how thick this rod is right here. It's just meaty, you know. And so this thing has tons of backbone, but then the tip, if you're throwing a big bait like a big swim bait or something, it loads up and it gets a perfect casting. Everything casts super far, and it's got like a perfect twitching motion to where it twitches that bait and then it gets back into the normal position, kind of like a fast action rod. So other than that, the stiffness and the action is super good. I love the backbone because my ponds do have lots of grass, so I need that backbone. But like I said, I don't use it a lot for flipping, just because I don't have lots of lily pads and that kind of thing. That's where I would normally flip with this rod. Next, the overall quality is great. The paint or whatever on this blank is super good. And just the overall like look, the realistic, like I said, the grips. I've been casting this rod for over a year now, a little over a year, and they're not starting to wear off at all. And just the overall quality, it's built very sturdy. The eyelets are great. They do have micro guides up here. They've got one kind of bigger guide, but then everything else is a micro guide, so it's super good in that sense. And just it's a very sturdy rod, and I do believe these rods go for about $100 or so, which is a great price for something that has a very wide range of techniques that you can throw as far as using bigger baits. So and yeah, so like I said, I use it for swim baits and everything. I've got a Lew's LFS speed spool on here. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Other than that, I will catch you guys on the next episode of LMB Nation. The next videos it's a pretty nice weekend this weekend, and I'm gonna be fishing. So you guys stay tuned for those videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of LMB Nation. Peace, guys.